Why didn't you invite us, you know? I'd only pretend to sing, because I remember the night before Band Aid, we were coming back from somewhere on the plane. I was sat next to Midge. He told me about it, and I just jokingly said, "Do you need a keyboard player?" And I think that the ruling was that he wanted people there to sing, but that's bullshit, innit? But I mean, you know, you just got to go with it, haven't you? It was a fantastic thing. I mean, when we were invited to do Live Aid, I mean, at the end of the day, it was all down to Ultravox, wasn't it? To go there and do its thing. It was hard to do it slightly under pressure. We had a feeling it was the end, but you couldn't say that. You couldn't. I'm the last kind of person. You can talk to Chris Morrison about this. I mean, I was a bit of a space cadet and a bit out of order sometimes, like, you know, stirring it. But I'm also the person that, yeah, I'm not vindictive. I will support. I supported Midge. In fact, when we went on stage, we were stood at the side looking on the monitor before we went on. And I supported the guy, you know, I felt like that. But even then, because it was our band, it felt a bit strange, you know. But it was a massive thing to, you couldn't start getting, you just had to go with it. Because it was supposedly about feeding starving people, wasn't it, you know.
Ultravox is a huge, you know, they're a huge time span really for a band. But they're now, when you look back in 1998, retrospectively, they're lumped into the New Romantic movement. How do you feel about that?
Well, now I don't really care. It's kind of was what it was. A little bit niggled because I think people who didn't know us or didn't come to see us live. I've met a few people like that. You know, they tend to talk to you about it and you say, well, did you ever come and see us live? And you can tell they haven't. Because we were quite a live band, lots of energy. And so was Midge, you know, Midge had it, otherwise we wouldn't have had him in the band. It was like power, enjoying it, and electronics mixing together. And we had a really good time on stage. In other words, I'm just saying, like, New Romantic band, it doesn't really quite fit, really, you know, if you saw us performing. It's just also we weren't a Simple Minds. We didn't go into that blues-based stuff. Stadium either. It was structured, so in some ways I think people may have passed on us, not come to see us live, thinking it was a bit trite, but it was far from that. I mean, it was very much over-the-top power and, you know, really going for it. It wasn't trite little electronic drums, that's what I'm saying, you know.
What do you think of New Romantic? What does that mean to you?
Well, I don't actually mind the word New Romantic now. I don't mind romantic. At the time, it really got up my nose. You see, in some ways, I'm slightly proud of it because all that work that I did up to it actually had some effect on people to start these kind of bands, which were, after all down to me. No, it was, you know, I was playing touch-sensitive keyboards that were totally polyphonic, which they don't even make now, and they never did since then, like the CS80, where you can actually play a chord and roll onto certain notes. Now, you couldn't get more romantic than that, you know what I mean? But I used to do it in a way which was, again, quite powerful. And of course, I used to play the synthesizer with emotion, with vibrato, coming from aggression through the punk movement. So it was romantic. I mean, you know, epic and romantic. But you can even say that about John Foxx's vocals. That's one of the reasons why I loved the band. He could be very acid-toned, but he could also, like, sing a ballad, sorry, not a ballad, like a love song, like Hiroshima Mon Amour, which was about two people being blown to bits. You know, acid-tongued, but very heartfelt, you know.
But the New Romantic movement sprung out those two clubs, Billy's and Blitz. I mean,
sorry, just that last answer, just whack the mic.
Oh, sorry.
A crucial bit.
Yeah.
I'd be alright that last bit.
Sorry.
But going through that Billy's and Blitz, which is where the New Romantic scene emerged from, they were playing Ultravox's records in that club. Do you feel responsible in a way for that scene? To a degree?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, of course, we keep forgetting about the Club for Heroes. I mean, we were on tour so much that I missed most of this scene. You know, this is what we've got to remember. And I was probably one of the few people that was allowed in the Blitz wearing jeans and leather jacket, you know. Because Steve used to let me in. Oh, yeah, you've been rehearsing, you know. And, you know, of course, he wouldn't let other people in like that. But Club for Heroes, I remember getting there, because I used to go after in between tours. We did Workaholics, that was the name at the time. We were responsible for it. Yeah, we put kind of a style and an attitude actually first. Yeah, I mean, you can actually trace that right back to, I think, where John was thinking, John Fox, with the way he sang something like Quiet Man. It was kind of a certain style.
Could you actually use that phrase in my Billy, just saying that I think we were, in a way, responsible for that, and use the phrase neuromantic, because if you do think that, because obviously you're not going to hear me say that, and it just kind of crystallises.
Well, of course we were. I mean, we were there. I mean, I don't mind that. I made a mark. That's what I wanted to do by putting in my. I left music college, got a place at the Royal Academy of Music, turned it down, thought I was crazy, you know, and eventually got somewhere and really managed, after being learning how to improvise,